Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 4 of our Qigong and meditation practice. For this week and the last 2 days of the 30-day challenge, we are going to be doing a short Dharani, which is a 21 Taras Short Dharani. So I'm going to just give you a brief explanation of what it's about, a little bit of the history of it, and then I will explain how to do the practice. So the practice of Tara is one of the most beautiful and inspiring practices in Mahayana Buddhism. But a lot of people ask, why are there so many Taras? Even in the Mahayana tradition, there are many aspects or emanations of Tara, seemingly one for every fear or danger that sentient beings face. But it's also because she's so beloved, and because she also represents the activities of all the Buddhas, and therefore she emanates in many different helpful ways. The most well-known are the 21 Taras, but there are also 108 Taras, 1008 Taras, and many more. And even with the 21 Taras that are most well-known, there are differences in her names, in their enlightened actions between lineages. So we have to remember that everything is Tara. And so green Tara is the main form of Tara. And from there, she emanates. So in this practice, in the 21 Short Dharani, it is suggested to visualize the 21 Taras while you're reciting the praise to the mantra, it's called. But you can also, if this is very difficult for you, you can also just connect to the energy of green Tara, as we have been doing. You can do it, with the Om Ahum, and then pronouncing her syllable Tam, or you can just say her name, or you can just pronounce her seed syllable, whatever is easiest for you, whatever resonates most with you. And so, what is a Dharani? A Dharani is a sacred Sanskrit phrase of great efficacy, and it is used as a verbal protective device or talisman, and as a support for instrument for concentration. The Dharani is a short summary of the essential doctrine contained in a much longer sacred text and serves as an aid to its retention. Properly recited, the Dharani conveys the same merit as reading the entire work. So this is really what it's about. You will see once I tell you a little bit about the history of this short Dharani. So Tara taught the concise version of the 21 praises to Tara as a healing and protection method to Lord Atisha. Atisha was a Mahasiddha, which also means the great perfect one, or a master. When his life was threatened by disease, she appeared to him, and she told him that he would be completely cured if he recited the 21 Taras Dharani, or also known as the 21 praises to Tara, 10,000 times. But he was very weak and he was desperate. And so he asked Tara to give him a condensed practice that would have the same result. And Tara gave him a short condensed essence Dharani, which many today use also as the introductory 4 lines in many versions of the 21 Taras praise. It is also sometimes called, like I mentioned before, the praise to the mantra. So it not only contains the essence of the heart mantra, which is Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha, but also the heart of the entire 21 praise Dharani. And so it's just like this really, really, really distilled, condensed version of the practice where you recite praises to the 21 Taras. And so Tara explained that this short 4-line Dharani has the same effect as the entire 21 Taras praise if chanted with complete faith. And so he did. He chanted it. He was able to recite it 10,000 times in a single day, and he was completely cured from his illness. And so this concise praise is effective even if it's chanted only 3 or 7 or 27 times or 108 times as a daily practice, especially if it is chanted in the original Sanskrit language. It has also been translated into Tibetan, and it has also been translated into English. But I feel that words have power, right? And, it doesn't matter if you can't pronounce them correctly, just with your intention of saying them in the original language. I feel, at least in my experience, I feel that the effect is somehow different. And that's how I like, but you do whatever resonates with you. I will include the Sanskrit version, the Tibetan version, and also the English translations. So you can do it however you feel resonates the most with you. And so it is also said that, like, in times of urgent need, which I would think current times would definitely qualify for, such as in times of disease or disaster or danger or economic disaster, or any other circumstance that shortens our life and therefore our Dharma activities, it is best to continue accumulating daily the repetitions until you reach at least 1,000. And for extremely difficult or mortal circumstances, 10,000 times. And so I was honestly not going to do this practice for this challenge, but as I was doing some research for the PDF on the other practice that we've been doing, the Wind Horse Star practice, this one sort of just crossed my path. And I said, this is not a coincidence, right? I don't believe in coincidences. And so the actual thing that motivated me to start this challenge was because I learned that my best friend, or one of my best friends, she was recently diagnosed with a disease. I don't want to say its name. And so I told her, why don't we get together to do Qigong and meditation, just to get your energy body and, your physical body in shape and strong. And so she said, yeah, let's get together and do it. And of course she has to go to the doctor, and she has a young child, etc. So sometimes she's not able to attend live, but just the fact that I know that she's going to be watching it later, or she's going to be doing it later, even if it's not at the same time or even on the same day, it gets me to show up for her. Right. And it also gets me to do stuff for me, right? Because otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. And so, sometimes it's easier for us to show up for others. And sometimes not. There are people, I guess, that it's easier for them to show up for themselves. But whatever is the case, I said, well, let's make something out of this, right? And as I explained in one of the first videos, when you do things as a group, and when you're repeating a mantra with intention, not just listening to it or as background music or whatever, when you're doing it with intention and as a group, Even if you only do 3 repetitions a day or 108 repetitions a day, or how many, however many you can do, it's as if you were doing all of the repetitions that the entire group is accumulating. And so that is my request, or that is my wish, to be able to get as a group to recite this Dharani 10,000 times. And my request is going to be so my friend will be completely healed. And I also have one request for myself. Remember that it's more about intention, right? We all start with asking for things for ourselves because we need to have better conditions in order to be able to conduct a spiritual practice, right? But if you're here now, you at least have the conditions that allow you to do a spiritual practice. But you might not have all the conditions that you need, right? Even to survive in this world, in this 3D reality. And so it's okay to ask for yourself. But I want to invite you to also, like at the end of the practice, just dedicate the merit of your practice to somebody that you love, or that is needing to heal or to get through a really difficult time. And from there, you can ask for yourself, or in whichever order you feel you need to do it. It's all about being honest with yourself and your intention. And then you can, send it to everyone in the planet. But everyone means everyone, even like people you dislike, because you really can't wish things for yourself if you don't wish them for everybody, or for one person just because you like them or you love them, when you don't really wish that for somebody else. I don't think it's very sincere. And so, you ask for yourself and for another person or persons, whatever you feel called to do, in whichever order you feel called to do as well. And then you try to extend it to the entire planet. I think that we are going through times where we are really needing to help create a shift in the collective consciousness. And so, well, just to finish it, this short Dharani is also a complete practice of Taras's praise. And it is, it is in a concise and an easy to remember chant. So it's not that difficult to do. And as a lifetime commitment, it is considered extremely powerful to accumulate 1 million recitations. Again, if we do it as a group, that sounds like, oh my God, right? But if we do it as a group, it is very, very doable. And so let's just help each other out, I think, anyway. Okay, so this is the praise to the mantra, which is actually the recitation. It is the concise version. It contains the heart mantra, which is Om Tare Tu Tare Ture Soha. And in Sanskrit, you have it here in Sanskrit, and then you have it in Tibetan. I find it easier to pronounce Sanskrit, even though I'm sure my pronunciation is quite poor, but I find it easier. But if you find it easier in Tibetan, I am going to include some references where you can listen to them on YouTube. So you can, just decide. And if that doesn't resonate with you, you can just recite the English versions as well. And so these 4 verses, they normally are added as an introductory line or lines to the practice of the phrases to the 21 Taras, but it also works as a standalone practice, and it is very powerful in its own right. So here are the English versions. I will be posting this PDF for anyone who would like to download it. I still am not very tech savvy, so I'll probably post it, or I'll try to email it to the people who have subscribed to the challenge. But I'll just think of a way to make it available to everyone. Or I'll look it up, I'll research it. And so the concise practice at the beginning, you always chant the prostration praise to Tara once, which is this one in Sanskrit. And then if you can visualize, this tanka that contains like the 21 manifestations with green Tara, the main form, at the center. And then you just chant or repeat the concise mantra, which is this one. And here I have included, if you want to read more about the praises to the 21 Taras practice, a little bit more, go have like a deeper knowledge and understanding of it, or more about the 21 Taras Short Dharani. And here are some YouTube references where you can listen to it chanted 108 times in Sanskrit. And here is just a very few repetitions of the same one, but this time recited in Tibetan. And so I will be doing just chanting or reciting the mantra in Sanskrit 108 times for the remainder of the challenge. And, I might continue on, but I won't be recording it. So you can either follow along or, if one of these two resonates with you, you can listen to those and just sit and concentrate. And, even if you can't repeat the mantra audibly, it'll become, easier and easier to learn it and to just do your best. Okay. I don't think that Tara will mind if we don't pronounce it exactly how it has to be pronounced. Okay. Remember that it's all about intention. And thank you so much for being here. And if you think that this would, resonate with someone else, just share it with them and see if we can grow as a group and just connect into the energy of the group. And like I said before, just help each other out. Okay. Sending love and light. And I will be recording a different video only with the meditation. Thanks for being here.